why should I write a book? Or for that matter, why should anybody write a book?
See, one is there are many reasons why you should write a book. I have lived my life. I want to give back. So let me pen down everything. Someone who says कि मैं जाने के बाद, even when I am not here, let people know what I did for the society, for people in general, and from my lessons, people might correct themselves. So what I have gone through, a lot of people need not go, and they can correct themselves. Someone who wants a passive income, and absolutely nothing wrong in that. The more the book gets sold, the more you earn income out of it.
The current generation, do you think are still like glued to reading physical books?
Youngsters, Gen Zs, they love books as well. I wouldn't say that it has completely got eradicated. Every time I go to Crossword or any of these stores, and I see a lot of youngsters, going through the books and picking up a lot of things. So that gives us a lot of hope. One reason is because at some point of time, and this is not just applicable for youngsters and Gen Zs, but at the end of the day, you want to keep the screen aside, whether it's mobile or a
Laptop, desktop,
anything,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes,
You want to keep it aside.
Yeah.
So that's where a book is a great companion of yours. And there's no great company than a book.
Welcome to BEU, powered by Caliac Studios. BEU stands for Business Education Unfiltered. I am Malay from Caliac Studios, and today we have a truly, truly inspiring guest with us, Rajnish Shirsat. Thank you for being here, Rajnish. Rajnish is a prominent figure in the publishing world, serving as a co-founder and CEO of BookMyStory. This remarkable venture is dedicated to helping business owners, consultants, coaches, and trainers, you name them, just not to write, but also to effectively self-publish, print, and successfully launch their books to a global audience. Rajnish is also a ghostwriter for many books himself, but is also accomplished author himself. He has published 3 books so far. One is Out of the Books, on his sales experience, Export and Flourish, talking about how to export irrespective of your industry, with his global experience in having worked in this markets of US, UK, Africa, Australia. And then the next is book on networking that he wrote on his experience to how to connect with people. With over 30 years of experience in print and publishing sector, he truly believes, sometimes I feel, blood doesn't run in my body, it's the ink. Rajnish, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here at Caliac Studios. Welcome here.
Thank you so much, Malay. Thank you so much.
I'm going to start the things off with like a little bit of an icebreaker so that, we get to know you better and the audience gets to know you better. So, are you ready?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Malay, for inviting me. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so let's go with the icebreaker. Okay?
Sure.
So, question 1. If your life had a title, what would it be and what genre would it fall under?
Wow. Well, I will say that, go with the flow, because I never planned anything in terms of, staying in this industry for a long time. I never dreamt about getting into the print and publishing industry, but I will say just went with the flow, Okay, so
the title is Go with the Flow.
Go with the flow. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
And what genre would it be?
Well, it will be a mix of, I will say, self-help as well as a business book, because everything which, I could learn in these 30 years is an experience which I don't think any book can teach. And everyone has got that experience. We learn so many things in our schooling and colleges and, higher studies. But what we go through is a story by, everyone lives for that.
Yes. Okay, so next question is, if you could share a cup of coffee with any author, living or dead, who would that be? And what is the first question that you would ask them?
See, Jim Collins, Malay, really fascinates me. 2 of his books which I've read, one is Built to Last and the other is Good to Great. I don't know how many times I've recommended that book to, so many people. So I would love to ask him that the kind of research which he has put in about 3-4 years, which I've read in his book, he had a team of 5-6 people going all across the globe.
Wow.
So just imagine the clarity which he had. See, one is to find out and then to put down all this in a book form is simply amazing. So what was it that led him to get into that research mode, and how did he actually do the research? I'm really, I'll be very keen to ask him that.
Nice. So, what was the very first book that you remember reading, and what significant impact that it have on you?
So this was in 90s. I clearly remember a book written by Al Rice and Jack Trout, which was titled Focus. Just focus, And I was like, wow, just one word, one title, and the kind of stuff which it had, just actually explains the power of focus, the way you do your work, whatever. Maybe you're studying, you are working, you are starting a business. So I remember that probably my first book, way back in 90s that way.
Wow. Next question is, if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
I would have loved to have, something like writing by both my hands. So I can do more. I can write
or
more
like
books.
one pen here and one pen here.
Yeah,
and
why not? Why
not?
But yeah, truly, I mean, that will be fun.
Nice. Okay, so what's that one quirky habit that that people might not know about you?
Quirky habit. I secretly observe a lot.
Okay.
And when we sit in these ghostwriting sessions,
correct.
It's not just what people are talking, but they see a lot when they express. And when we actually put everything down on a piece of paper, and when they see, many of the, our author clients tell me that, hey, Rajnish, I didn't say this, but how could you capture it? So that's something which I feel, as an observation, has come up very well. And that works in my profession also. So to capture something which is not said, so that works.
Nice. So beyond writing and publishing, what's a hidden talent or a hobby that you enjoy?
Oh God. Well, I love music, Malay.
Oh, nice. That makes two of us.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can have a jam very soon.
Yes, 100%.
But I love to play the percussion, instruments. I play the djembe. I play a lot of bongo and things like that.
Amazing.
And music is something I love, really.
Superb. Nice. So we should definitely have a jam session.
Sure thing.
Nice. So thank you for that. And now I'll just head to the main section. In the beginning, you mentioned, that sometimes it feels like blood doesn't run in your veins. It's probably ink. Can you elaborate on that deep connection that you have with the world of print and books, spanning 3 decades?
See, Malay, personally, on the personal front, I'm blessed that, my mother is a teacher. My sister is a teacher. I have a lot of my cousins, so their wives are teachers. My dad was a BA specialist, in those days. He used to love literature, very fond of arts, though he was working for a, government department. But all this, so we grew up in that discussion, books, stories was always there, as a part of our discussion.
Nice.
And as I said, I never planned to get into this industry, but when I landed, in 1992 to be precise, it was a print organization.
Correct.
And from there, my entire journey started. So I think, jab se hosh sambhala hai, as they say, I've always been in this industry, and I love the smell of ink. I love the paper when you feel it, in a good, nicely produced book.
Yes.
So it's so natural today that I really have my doubts. Ki yaar, khoon nahi hai, 101%. There is some ink from those 4 CMYK colors, really.
Yeah. Nice. So, as an author yourself, out of the books, what are the most surprising discovery that you made during your own writing process and publishing process?
I think it is more about articulation of what people want to express. Because I've seen many, and there is currently a book which is going on, and we are ghostwriting it. And the person was just not able to give what he wants to actually say in that particular chapter. And all I told him is, you give me about 5 to 10 pointers as to what you want to say in this. Leave the rest to me, And it was a big challenge because it was a very complicated topic. It is nothing to do with our Indian share market, but it is something abroad. And he's not writing about how to trade, but it is something to do with the psychology of trading, So one could crack it, Malay. One could crack it after a lot of, deep thought as to कहना क्या चाह रहे हो, so and we could do it. So I think that aspect, see, one is that someone is good in English, someone is having great grammar skills, वो ठीक है, those are absolute essentials.
Correct.
क्रिकेट खेलना है तो बैट तो उठानी आनी चाहिए.
Correct.
But how to play that shot, I think so that's where I think we have that edge.
Nice.
That we understand what you want to express and we can articulate that in a proper manner, in a very structured manner.
Nice.
After which the entire thought process becomes easier. A person can express well and we can write well that way.
Nice. Wow. Okay, so what was a pivotal moment or insight that led you to establish your company, BookMyStory?
Yeah, so I started off my own about 12 years back, but COVID came in and we all were stuck at home, and what a torrid time we all have gone through. But I didn't realize, I just picked up my pen, then the keyboard, of course, and started writing my first book out from my books, which was just an expression about how I started my journey, the sales experience, and everything from a ground zero point of view. So I did that, and it took me about 6 to 8 months to write it and publish it.
Wow.
Then I wrote my second book, which was 4 months.
That's
absolutely, yeah, absolutely 4 months. The second, Export of Flourish, was just with the flow, because all that I did abroad in terms of my previous stints and even currently,
correct,
as to how do you crack the international market, where is the customer, how do you meet him, how do you impress him, all that I captured. Now, when I wrote these 2 books, I realized that there is great aspiration out in the market, because I got a lot of attention, Malay. People were amazed. You wrote a book, goodness gracious me, Rajnish, kabhi ho gaya ye, all that,
Nice.
So I thought that, wow, so many people have got unique stories, yeah.
Correct.
I always tell my clients that while we need a Ratan Tata and a Narayan Murthy to inspire us, and there are many, many more people in this country, but you and me can inspire a lot of people.
100%.
We have our failures, we have our successes,
yes.
we have evolved. There has been someone who has mentored us. So all this makes a great book. And everyone wishes to write. Everyone wants to see himself as an author. But there are a lot of pain points. There's some problems, lack of skills, and whatever you may say.
Probably.
It happens. But that's where I thought that if I can form an entity called something like BookMyStory, and I love this name, I thought, let's create something by which I can facilitate and tell people, you've got something in mind, I'll help you how to write the book.
Amazing.
So that's how it all germinated, really.
Amazing. So, BookMyStory offers various models, from, like you said, you're a ghostwriter, to co-creation, to self-publishing support. So how do you help individuals choose the right path for their book? Okay. And especially when they might not even know where to begin. कि मैं लिख के कुछ भेजूं, या should I like finish the entire book? What stage? So can you just...
Yes. So I'll tell you in this form, Malay, we have 3 type of customers broadly coming to us. One is someone who says that I have written, my manuscript is ready, Rajnish, please publish it. So that's a no-brainer. It's a completely process-driven thing for us.
Correct.
And we can do it. Second type, a person says, I thought I can write, so I started writing, and this is my idea. But after 20-30 pages, Rajnish, I'm stuck. I don't know how to take it to a 200-page book.
Correct.
So for such people, we coach them, we guide them, we handhold them completely, and then either they can write or we can write. So we tell them that, hey, look, populate the content here more, there less, all that can happen. And the third person who says that, now here again, there are 2 types in this third type, is one who is desperate to see himself as an author, and he's in a profession or, maybe a working guy somewhere. And he says, I don't know what my book should be upon. Right? So we help them arrive at that topic also, and someone else who says that I'm clear, Rajnish, I want to write something on marketing, for example, or someone says I want to write on human resources or leadership skills or 10 ways for financial freedom, whatever,
correct,
depending upon his selected profession.
Correct.
Now here in this case, we give them a structure. that this is the structure of your book, right from starting the preface, the foreword, the introduction, the chapters, the maybe in case you want an epilogue and a prologue at the end. All that is put down in few pages as only pointers. If that structure appeals to them, then every chapter we elaborate further. Another 8 to 10 questions what we give them. And we sit in conversations like this, Malay, sometimes in person, sometimes on Zoom.
Yeah.
And all these guys have to do is just answer those questions one by one, express themselves completely without bothering sequence kaisa hoga, how would I put it, should I be worried
Flow
about,
kya rahega?
nothing, don't worry about it, just talk.
Okay. Wow.
Believe it or not, Malay, I have seen people crying in front of me because they express so much, and that's exactly what I want. I want the true themselves. We record this session and then write on their behalf. So technically, if you ask me, see, it's like any celebrity when we see their book, somewhere down the line, we know that he has not written it. He or she has not written it. So there's a ghostwriter.
Correct.
But in this case, what happens? It is your thought. It is your idea. All you are doing is I'm triggering. I'm just stimulating you to say that express yourself, and I'm capturing everything and then I'm writing. So it's truly your book. That's the difference.
Amazing. This really wants me to come and write a book. But on that note, I know you mentioned, your story needs to be heard. Your experience is different and all of that. But I want to why should I write a book? Or for that matter, why should anybody write a book?
Brilliant. So, see, one is, there are many reasons why you should write a book. One is, I have lived my life. I want to give back. So let me pen down everything. Someone who says कि मैं जाने के बाद, even when I am not here, let people know what I did for the society, for people in general.
Correct.
And from my lessons, people might correct themselves. So what I have gone through, a lot of people need not go, and they can correct themselves. That's true. Third is someone who says, who's a true marketer, who says, let me create my brand.
Correct.
If I'm a professional and if I write a book, it's like an authority building tool. It's a expertise established. No one will actually question you. अभी वो बोलते हैं ना कि इनको क्या पूछे, इन्होंने तो किताबें लिख दी. So that's the difference. Third one. Fourth is someone who wants a passive income, and absolutely nothing wrong in that. The more the book gets sold, the more you earn income out of it. So various reasons that way. And I must say that professionals, coaches, consultants, they must have a book in their name. Malay.
Okay, so why is it important for them to have a?
See, imagine a coach, a business coach, who's obviously worked in the organizations earlier, and he's carrying about 30-40 years of experience. Now, when he goes out in the market and says that, hey, look, I'm a business growth specialist. So he has to have a story. What have you done in the past? How will you help us? All that, when it is captured, and 10 proven ways, how do I handhold, what's my technique, what are the models I'll teach you, how will I review your entire growth pattern, how will I put down a blueprint for you.
Correct.
All that, when you put in a book, the client already sees, well, there is a lot of credibility already in place. He must have worked for a huge corporate in the past. And all that is already put in a book.
Correct.
I think that establishes a great amount of authority and credibility also.
Yes. So BookMyStory's reach is definitely global. So spanning India, Africa, Australia, Canada, parts of Europe, and of course UK and the US.
Very soon Israel as well.
Yes. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So what are some of the key differences and unique demands that you have observed in the publishing markets across these diverse regions? Like from, say, what is different from, say, the US market to the European market to probably the Israeli market. So
as I will say, story, creating a story and actually expanding on that is pretty common everywhere.
Correct.
But the culture is different. The way people want to express themselves completely different. If you see Indian side, it is more to do with the emotions. Very much emotionally driven, I can say.
Correct.
I have noticed this abroad, there is less emotions, but it is more to do with hardcore stories, very specific, and they love key takeaways as well. So after every chapter, there's something like, okay, let's give a key takeaway, Rajnish. There could be 5 or 7, 10, whatever.
Nice.
So that's the difference. And again, from the Canadian side, I'll say that they love visuals.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's a lot visual driven than text
true.
heavy.
So that a few changes that way here and there.
Okay. So we often hear about the challenges of writing a book. From your perspective, what are the biggest hurdles that, say I want to write a book? What are the biggest hurdles that I might face? And how does BookMyStory, like you've mentioned it, we did the things and all of that, but like, say, let's put it into example. Say I approach you, and what is the biggest hurdle I might come across, and how does BookMyStory put everything into perspective?
So the first thing I'll ask you is, see, the very fact that you have approached us, that means you're convinced that you need to be an author. You want to see yourself as an author.
100%.
It's an attitude, Malay. It's an attitude which you need to carry. You should behave like an author because there's a lot of thought which has to come to your mind. As to why you want to write, what is the content which actually excites you. As a professional, what is it that you love? What do you stand for? And if those are very solid reasons, I think the topic gets very easily assessed. We can help you in doing that as well. So, it can be a complete assessment of your likes, your dislikes, your hobbies, maybe your networking skills, maybe your, what shall I say, the kind of people you move around, how have you inspired others, what inspired you. There are so many things. When you boil down to all this, and you may say that, hey Rajnish, this is something I would love to express more on. Can this be a book? And we can get into details.
So it's like almost like a counseling session that, I kind of express to you.
Yeah.
Are there any like really emotionally burdened stories that come out when you have a session like this?
Oh yes. I mean, I can't name them, but
of course,
I can't name them, but as I told you, someone actually cried in front of me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because you're unraveling the entire life in front of you, right? If I have to talk or say something, I want to write on this, and like say we are having a discussion, and then suddenly, there's a moment because you are making me think, right? And then suddenly, there is one like part that you have touched upon, that nerve which triggered an emotion, and then that's it.
It happens many times. And it happens more in the introduction side, because I'm a firm believer that the context is very important. While the content is important, but context is extremely important. So when I ask them that, do you recall an incident from your childhood where, which really shook you up completely, and then that was a moment where you felt that my entire life pivoted from there, and when I ask this question, I mean, there's a big long pause, and person gets into something and then I have seen tears rolling down.
I mean, it's natural.
It's absolutely natural. But this is what you want, Malay. You want to capture these moments.
Emotion, of course.
And then I wouldn't say it becomes relatively easy to write, but then we know that we are on track in terms of getting the right grip.
I mean, so for you to write my book, I have to be an open book like in front of you. Right?
Well said.
So beyond just publishing, how does BookMyStory also emphasize book marketing? Right? Publishing and all of this is one thing, coming up with a book title, cover, but marketing is a big and broad topic, especially in today's world. So how does BookMyStory help in marketing?
It's a very crucial step, because I always tell my author clients that once the book is up and running, it's not the end, but it is the beginning now.
Exactly.
So BookMyStory works on 3 phases. One is where the book creation happens, where all this writing, editing, proofreading, cover design and all that happens. Then it is book publishing, so listing it on Amazon, Flipkart, doing the Kindle version. And the third is, very rightly as you said, is book marketing and promotions.
Correct.
Now marketing per se is basically awareness. It's you have to be informing the world today that, hey, I have written a book.
Correct.
And I give an example of any celebrity author also, if he writes a book and just quietly keeps it in his drawer without even informing on social media, will it work?
No, not at all.
Not at all. So if it cannot work for them, imagine what effort we'll have to put for ourselves.
Exactly.
So you have to have, we work on about 10 to 15 very strong ideas about how we can market the book. And it starts from very basic things like making an online launch, because that will help you connect with your global audience. You can have a huge offline event as a book launch, maybe in some very good hotel or somewhere.
Correct.
But your relative, your friends, your clients sitting abroad obviously may not come there. But an online will help you. So just imagine starting from there to the social media, the podcasts, doing a video trailer. So launching like a new film which is getting introduced.
100%.
All that can be done. And so that helps to actually give the right kind of mileage.
Got it. So are there like strategies such as say suppose there are multiple authors, so especially in marketing, collaboration has become a big deal. So how does collaboration kind of help in marketing books in general? Is there a way?
Yes, absolutely. Influencers. So there are many book influencers with whom we have tied up.
Okay.
And their reach is phenomenal. The one with whom we work very closely is having close to about 500,000 followers.
Wow.
So
amazing.
One click and you're reaching, even if
minimum 2-3 lakh people.
So that's a huge reach. Huge reach. Besides, of course, the social media running ads and everything. So one has to do this. You just can't be saying that my book is not selling, or maybe what can I do about it? So you'll have to do all this.
Okay, so you have seen the industry evolve from the pre-internet kind of a space, right? Like 92 when you started.
Makes me feel Jurassic now, really.
To like now, like the entire digital era. What's your take on the future of physical books versus ebooks versus audiobooks, and how is BookMyStory adapting to these trends?
So today we are on all these three areas. In any case, we do physical books, the printed version, that is ebook. We also do audiobooks. So we are there.
Okay.
I have seen this this entire thing evolve, Malay. As you rightly said, from the pre-internet days.
Correct.
One fine day, PDFs came, and then all books started getting available as a PDF.
Correct.
Print will die. Nothing happened.
Correct.
Ebooks came in. Print will definitely die.
Correct.
Still nothing happened. Audiobooks, from what I hear, 7 out of 10 people, they listen when they are driving.
Yes.
And when I ask them, so when I ask them that, hey, what do you remember from that? I don't remember, Rajnish, really. Now, what happens is, with due respect, in fact, I'm very happy that there are many, avenues of sharing your content. And there are going to be takers of respective areas,
Correct.
Like some might say that I love Kindle because I can carry 10,000 books in that. Nothing wrong in that, So we do Kindles, the ebooks also.
Correct.
But, the joy of holding a printed book, irreplaceable. It carries a statement. Even if you go with, flashing the book around, people make a judgment out of it that, hey, you're reading this. So automatically there is a, character which is assessed, That's one. Two is, when you read, you would love to take a pause, think, scribble on it, mark something out of it, share with someone immediately, which of course you can do on a Kindle version also. But I'm saying, that the physical book actually stimulates a lot of things in your mind. Those pauses and thinking which happens, I think that's quite irreplaceable, really.
Nice.
So, but as you say, there are many avenues, and it's working good for the publishing industry generally that way.
Correct. So the topic of like AI is everywhere.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Like everyone is glued and driven by artificial intelligence. So of course the publishing world is no exception from the AI market, right? Like, so from the vantage point, at at BookMyStory, how do you see AI currently impacting the various stages from book publishing, from writing to editing to design, distribution? So there is a lot of debate about AI generated content, and so what's the BookMyStory's philosophy or stance on the use of AI by authors for the creation of their scripts? And do you see any tools for efficiency, for creative power, or something like?
So there are few Malay, like speech to text was always there.
Yes,
But
yes,
but
yes.
we didn't stop writing, isn't
Correct,
it? We
correct.
didn't stop using our keyboards also.
Correct.
So we still do that, and but it's not practical to narrate an entire, whatever session which has gone through, saying that okay, put my mic on, let me narrate, and let it write on its own. That's from a speech to text point of view, I'm saying, because no matter whichever the best of the software is, you want to check again, you want to make changes. Sometimes it's not easily, captured.
Yeah.
All that happens.
Yeah.
Even Grammarly, for that matter, it was always there way before even AI came in.
Yeah.
So it's a great tool. I will not say there's any drawback on that.
Correct.
But there are some those settings which, what kind of an English do you need? The UK English, the US English, and the various different forms. And once you set this, you feel that this sentence which I have written, is good enough. It's capturing the emotions properly. But when it runs on a Grammarly or any other tool, it's giving you recommendations that change this, change that. Maybe this can be rephrased.
Yeah.
Maybe this is that, and that is that, and it makes you feel. I mean, am I that bad? And what do I do about this? And because it's not just one time, it keeps happening every paragraph.
Yeah.
So that puts a doubt in your mind. But having said that, it's a tool which anyone can use who's not having those kind of skills to write a complete book. Please use it, I would say, because that will reduce your further costs. Another thing is the Grammarly, for example, or any other as well, it does edit, but the fact is editors are still there.
Yeah.
No matter what the software has given you, when a human eye goes through it, you feel good. You feel that, okay, please, if this is good enough, please change it. Yeah, maybe the emotions are not truly coming out. So it helps from that point of view.
Got it.
Coming to writing in AI, it's a fantastic tool, ChatGPT. Use it properly, don't abuse it.
Yeah.
I'll give that message to everyone.
Yeah.
If you are absolutely nowhere close to writing on your own, take help. Nothing wrong. Maybe improve some sentences here and there. Ask the right, give the right prompts. It will work for you. But don't entirely depend. I mean, come on. Well, I mean, if someone says that, you have written this book, but I know you can't even talk English. With due respect, So use it properly to make it your book.
Correct.
Don't rely on technology so much that, it's completely a different, you're poles apart to what you have written to what kind of a person you are.
Yeah.
So that's the message I would love to give that way.
So beyond just content creation, how is BookMyStory exploring leveraging AI to enhance its services for the customers, for the authors, for its internal operations? Are there any specific AI tools for publishing or story writing? Of course, I mean GPT and there are multiple tools, but are there any tools that can?
So tools would be more to do with generation of some images.
Okay.
Sometimes it helps because the author client has created some model or some expression which doesn't look good. So either you recreate entirely on your own or you take AI's help.
Correct.
Sometimes the front cover may require some help, from an AI perspective. So recently we did a book in which we had to show a lot of, a mix of fire and birds and other things.
Nice.
So sometimes it's difficult to get the stock also.
Yeah.
So
or put it on Photoshop and
yeah,
do it
sometimes
by
it's
yourself.
painful.
Yeah.
So, and this is with due permission with the author client. We say that, hey, look, shall we use this?
Yeah.
And if it is fine, why not?
100%.
Even writing, I wouldn't say that we don't use these writing tools at all, but to improvise. Not to write an entire book in AI. No
Got
way.
it.
I
Got
will
it.
not. I will not do that.
So could you share a particularly challenging project that you yourself had undertook, and what were the lessons that you learned from it? This was a challenging project to do.
This was a very funny thing. Yeah, I mean, mathematics as a subject. I don't know how much you loved it, but I was never comfortable with it.
Correct.
And one guy walks into me and says, Rajnish, let's do a book. I said, great.
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm a mathematician coach.
Oh my God.
And I said, okay. I was just getting prepared. Okay. So I'm going to write a book on maths. And please help me. I said, are you kidding me? So that was by far the toughest. But the good part was it was not to do with explaining the formulas and, how to learn maths. It was more about how to adapt maths in today's times, in day-to-day life.
Got it.
So it was quite an amazing experience, and
Nice.
he's a coach and a dear friend now. He gave a lot of, I told him we need stories. That how would a math, basically the subject, help someone who is in school, in college, as a working professional, as someone like a detective, as various stories. And he actually put it beautifully to say that mathematics is everywhere. Even a simple thing like your financial investments. Now, how does an SIP work?
Correct.
So the entire formula from the compound interest point of view, everything was explained so well in that. So basically the message he was trying to give, that maths is not something as a subject which you learn in school and you finish it off. You are learning maths even now. We've given examples of 5 friends, one pizza comes in, you can make only 4 parts. What do you do now? So that's how the geometry is explained. That's how. So it's a very nice book, but that was challenging. Very practical, day-to-day
examples.
That was pretty challenging.
Nice. Wow. What is that one common misconception that people have about publishing industry that you wish more aspiring authors kind of understood?
I think they feel that writing a book will sell on its own. And the first question is, when will I become a bestseller?
Oh.
So it's not magic. It will not happen on its own, Malay. It's not that I can make your book bestseller and not his. It's not possible that way. So there's a lot of effort which needs. It's eventually one should look at like a product.
Of course.
If you are launching a product, you need to market it.
Yes.
And the best example I give is something like even an Apple phone today, an iPhone.
Yeah.
Now, when they launch, just look at the kind of noise they make.
Yes.
So if they have to do for an iPhone, what would we have to do for our books? Look at it as a product. Use the 5 P's formula. And keep promoting it. The more you promote, the book will sell more that way.
Nice. So how long do you have to promote generally?
There are various phases. Malay, one is the day you think that I'm going to become an author, I think your marketing starts there. Because you just take your camera and say that, hey, this is a big day for me in life. I'm going to start my book now. Believe me, all your followers on social media would love to see this. Wow. And then there is a running ball behind you. When are you launching it? So you need to do that. It starts there. Then even in the making, take those images, take those videos, make those reels, and promote yourself, because it's a journey which one needs to, take people ahead with. And in this entire phase, from your making to launching to even afterwards, you build a community around you. There are people who are watching you. They want to see your journey, how it is shaping up. Hey, what stage are you into? And then you say quietly that, hey, Malay, can I share the preface with you? Would you want to just give me your views on it? So you are building a buyer tribe next to you. Community. So once the book is up and running, imagine there are already about 100 people who have been interacting with you for the last 4-5 months. And they say that, hey, I'm ready to buy. Please send me the link.
Superb.
So it happens that way. It's not a one-time affair, first of all. It's not something you'll do afterwards, but start the day you pick up that, that thought that I want to write a book. So It starts from
So
there.
it's a journey.
It's
and
a journey.
Not like, reach at a
Not at all.
particular-
Not at all. So then you have your teasers, you have your trailers,
Correct.
a lot of things to do that way.
Wow. Nice. So looking ahead, what's your vision for BookMyStory? So in the next 5 to 10 years, are there any new services, technologies, or markets that you are looking to explore?
Yes, we tech will play a very important role
Hmm.
in terms of bringing in more transparency in terms of authors can see their sales online,
Okay.
creating dashboards.
Hmm.
I want to also create something like a DIY model,
Hmm.
where template based kind of a thing.
Hmm.
That's something which is there in my mind.
Nice.
In terms of expanding, I wouldn't say that I will go for numbers in the sense of saying we want to have 5,000 books published in the next 3 years. No. But I will definitely put my money on the quality of work which we will do.
Nice.
So having the right people on board, with good stories in mind, and if someone is supplying content to me, we are okay to publish it. But if we are taking up something which needs a lot of hand holding from our side, I think we'll put our money on quality that way.
Nice. Nice. So quality always over quantity.
100%.
Nice. So for someone who is dreaming of writing a book, but feeling overwhelmed because there are so many things, what would be a concise, action-oriented advice be that they can take the first crucial step?
I think boil down to something what you are very good at, you stand for, and a topic which you can very naturally speak at any point of time. Even if someone wakes you up at 4 o'clock in the morning and says, hey, can you just talk for 5 minutes on this topic? And you'll say, Abhi, I can start right now. So that's your topic, if you ask me. That's your topic. It comes very natural, and you have already done so much of work in that. So first, build the content pointers. Be very clear about it. Because see, Malay, what happens is, at any point of time, you are having at least 10,000 thoughts in your mind.
Correct.
Right? And then you feel that these 10 topics are, wow, I want to have 10 books in my name one day.
Yes.
It happens.
Yes.
So keep tapering it down, keep filtering it down. Start with the first one, and believe it or not, once you are an author, you are never an author with only one book. The next one will definitely come in.
Wow.
But prioritize to say that let me crack this one, and then I'll take to the second one, then I'll take to the third one. It's a slow and steady process. Don't jumble yourself with too many things.
I'm sure a lot of people, me myself, and I start a project, it's like, ye bhi karna hai, wo bhi karna hai, I want to do that, I want to do this. Yeah, but it's natural, but it's always like, that's why you
have to
kind
focus.
of narrow down. Amazing. So at the end, what would that one piece of advice be to anybody who would want to approach you about writing a book?
I think, why are you writing it?
Okay.
Answer the why very, very clearly. If the why is clear, how and what becomes very easy.
Got it.
Very, very easy. Because why am I doing it? And that's what we cover in the preface. What made you write this book? Why are you writing this book? And if that's very clear, the entire content becomes very easy to build. So I asked that question first. Why? So answer your why.
So the next question I would like to ask you is about the Gen Zs, right? The current generation, do you think are still like glued to reading physical books, or like how has the shift happened, or is there a shift?
Well, I will say youngsters, Gen Zs, they love books as well. I wouldn't say that it has completely got eradicated. Social media is part and parcel of our life today.
Yes.
No one can live without your mobile, and so it's there. It's there. But books, people still prefer. They prefer physical books. Every time I go to Crossword or any of these stores, and I see a lot of youngsters, going through the books and picking up a lot of things. So that gives us a lot of hope. One reason is because at some point of time, and this is not just applicable for youngsters and Gen Zs, but even for us, anyone, any age group, at the end of the day, you want to keep the screen aside.
Yeah.
Whether it's mobile or a
laptop, desktop,
anything, absolutely.
Yes.
You want to keep it aside.
Yeah.
So that's where a book is a great companion of yours. And it just softens you up. Just It eases you up completely. And you say that there's a coffee mug next to you, there is a dim light next to you, there's a lamp throwing light on your book, and you're all alone. There's no great company than a book, a physical book. So I think it's still there. People are loving, youngsters are loving. I am a part of a lot of book communities. We ourselves also run a book community. So a lot of youngsters are there, Malay. So there's great hope that it's still there. That way.
Nice. I'm gonna jump into a rapid fire round with you. Okay. Sure. So pen and paper or keyboard?
Pen and paper, without a doubt.
Nice. Outline a book or let the story unfold?
Let the story unfold.
Nice. Okay. So proofread yourself or rely solely on editors?
You can rely on editors.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So book launch event or online promotion?
Oh, book launch. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Fiction for leisure or non-fiction for learning?
Fiction takes you on a different trip, but non-fiction. I'm a non-fiction guy.
Nice. Makes two of us. Nice. So publishing perspectives, paperback or hardcover?
Oh, hardcover. I just love it. I just love it.
Okay, so most underrated aspect of a book creation?
That's book binding and the finishing of the product.
Oh.
Can I show you something?
Yes,
Malay?
please.
So look at this book. This is having a jacket, so makes it very special.
Nice.
The binding, which is equally important. If you see, there is no glue which is oozing out from here.
Yeah.
When you turn the paper, the pages, it's very neatly done.
Yeah.
So you don't have to hold it and then read it that way.
Nice.
So I think all this is very, very crucial. People don't pay attention to the quality and finish of the book. Even this, to that matter. These two books are pretty recent for us.
Nice.
And I think all our books, if you ask me, Malay, we are putting quality, the finishing of the book, very, very crucial, besides the content, of course. That way.
Nice. Super. One word to describe the feeling of seeing a new book printed.
It's like your baby.
Oh,
absolutely! Holding a baby in your hand.
How many babies do you have so far?
So many of them.
Oh, nice. Okay. Biggest trend in self-publishing right now?
AI. People are swamped, completely swamped. People feel that AI will simplify their life. And there's great aspiration for everyone. They believe more. See, it started when self-publishing started, saying that now I can become an author immediately because the tools are, everything online can be done very fast. And it has further got boosted thanks to AI. That way. Nice. It's a reality.
Yes,
it's a reality.
Yes. What's that one thing that every author achieves by working with BookMyStory?
I in one word, if I put it, they'll be delighted. They'll be delighted because our relationship, when we get someone on board, Malay, I always tell them that, hey, this is lifelong. Because after the creation, that's a process which will happen, and the promotions will happen. But your book will sell. And every month you will hear from us as to how it is doing, how much royalty you are earning out of it. So that's endless. That's endless. It's a lifelong relationship. And I want that, for my authors to get absolute customer delight. They should enjoy working with us. We should enjoy working. It's mutual.
Yeah, it's a two-way street.
That way, two-way.
Yes. So early bird writer or a night owl writer?
Night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You prefer the calmness at night. Okay.
It works well.
Teamwork or solo fight?
Oh, without a doubt, teamwork. Without a doubt.
Nice. Yeah. Innovation or stability?
Innovation.
Nice. Biggest risk that you have taken?
For our business?
Yeah.
I will say saying no more than saying yes. So getting the right people on board, we are very, very particular about it, Malay.
Nice.
Extremely particular, when because the expectations are so huge that we need to be very real, So and one can sense it in the first few meetings. One can sense it. What are the expectations? So I'm a person who will always say, under promise and over deliver. That way.
Thankful that you didn't say no to me for this podcast. Most valuable lesson you have learned from a failure?
Assess, qualify more and more.
Nice.
If you cannot assess, you feel your gut feeling has no meaning over here. But sometimes you have to get to absolute details to understand, qualify your customer very well before you can get him on board. And
how do you do that?
well, questions and questions, and when they answer in a way which you feel that they are not in sync with your thought process, it's better to say thank you so much, we are not a good fit for you, probably when we are not on the same page.
Yeah, nice. One word to describe your entrepreneurial journey.
Amazing.
Nice.
Absolutely amazing.
Superb. So, Rajnish, thank you so much for this incredibly insightful conversation.
Thank you so much, Malay.
It's been fascinating to peel back the layers of BookMyStory, publishing and understanding the business behind bringing stories to life, especially with the role of AI that is there. And where can our listeners kind of know more about BookMyStory publishing and connect with you?
One is, of course, the website, which speaks a lot, bookmystorypublishing.com. And all that we say, eventually when the customer says, that's the proof of the pudding.
Correct.
So we have a reasonably healthy YouTube channel.
Nice.
Book Creation Services. Please do have a look, because I would say almost 9 out of 10 of our customers have given us a testimonial.
Superb.
And that speaks for itself, Malay.
Yes.
I don't have to say anything else, So
100%.
I'm so blessed that we have some wonderful author clients on board.
Nice.
And there are a few which are maybe more than 3 years old and still in touch.
Wow.
And everything, whatever we do on LinkedIn, especially, we are very active on LinkedIn. So it works beautiful that way. That speaks for itself.
It's amazing. Great. So do let me know in comments below which area of business world would you like to do a podcast on next. Also, Rajnish, thank you so much. This was super, super insightful. And I am sure that I'm going to contact you very, very soon. And all the connects, the handles you will find in the description below. And if you have watched this far, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next show. Bye.